Welcome, friends. It is I, LostScarf, and it's time for the one-shot. And today we're playing Stories: The Path of Destinies. This is a $15 game by Spearhead Games, and it has a pretty interesting concept to it. I'm enjoying it a lot. Let me show you the game. Now, I should say a little bit, we're skipping the tutorial area. The combat system is Arkham Asylum, Shadow Mordor kind of style, but a little bit different in how they do things. The character is, you are a former pirate named Renardo. And you retired because your mother asked you to please retire so you don't die a criminal. So you do that. Then stuff happens. The Emperor has become evil. He's just conquering a bunch of things. He wants these books. He's been burning them. You get one of the books when you promise to protect this kid from this mother. And you get this book. So here we are from that point on.
The clouds parted over the Isles of Boreas. It was time to choose. The rebellion was in trouble. Ravens were scouting for the secret rebel base. They needed a game changer. Pieces of the Skyripper had surfaced. Or so a scholar in the mountains had told him. Surely the weapon that banished the lost gods could defeat the Emperor. Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert. The Emperor had brought the Skyripper pieces up out of ancient burial by his obscene rituals. Could this be where the Iblis stone was hidden? Someone better get it before he does, thought Renardo. And also, his old friend Lupino needed rescuing. Of course, Renardo had a pretty strong suspicion that Lupino had betrayed the rebellion. But could Renardo really leave an old friend to the Ravens?
Okay, so there's a little bit about this one, because I've already done this storyline, that will affect how the game goes. There's a big twist to the game. I'll explain it halfway through so we can just get through the mechanics first. But what happens in this game is you make your choices and it affects the narrative of the game. Every level you get to make a new choice and will affect what happens later on with your character. And it's pretty interesting so far. So we're going to do, since I've already done Lupino and I'll explain some of it, let's do the Skyripper. I haven't seen this one. So there's an ancient weapon that can be used to defeat the god. That was used to defeat the gods. Can it be used to defeat the Emperor? Well, he's going to try. So let's go.
Every child knew about the Skyripper. The Transcendent Emperor had buried its pieces. What could have brought them to light? This Emperor, Isengrim III, had once been kind, but he'd gone mad. And now he was conducting secret, obscene rituals to bring back the lost gods. Had he, somehow, summoned the long-lost components of the legendary weapon out of the deep places of the earth? It was more than Renardo could fathom. But if he could find a legendary weapon, he would use it.
So the whole thing is being narrated by this character, and he voices everything. So you have to like this guy's voice to get through it. I like this guy's voice. He's very interesting sounding. He's a pretty fun narrator. There's some really strong writing in this game. And I hope we get to see some of it because there's some really good jokes. I've been enjoying the game so far. Played about an hour or two so far. Enjoyed it a lot. So that's why I'm showing this off, and can't wait to show you more of it. As you might know, the game came out today as of when this video comes out. And yeah, I'm happy to get this game out the same day it came out. Okay, here we go.
As he set foot on the island, Renardo couldn't help feeling a bit curious. Was Lupino still waiting to be rescued? No. He was probably drinking champagne with the ravens. Did ravens drink champagne? Did rabbits? Renardo felt oddly thirsty, come to think of it. Why had he chosen the Skyripper? Renardo never made plans that required constant vigilance. He was a hero. He didn't think too much. He just went with his gut and hoped it all worked out. The Skyripper was a long shot. He'd have to devote himself to it. No side journeys, no rescuing old friends. That was against his nature. Could he stick with it?
Interesting. So, we're going with this, the Skyripper. As you saw, there was like a green circle. That's affected by the fact I did the Lupino story already. So I'm very interested just to see how things are affected by that.
What I could make with all these sword crafting materials, thought Renardo.
So, the way it works is, if there's a green circle, that means that's affected by prior play of the game. I already played this game once already so far, and so now there's new dialogue because of that. That is very interesting to me right now. I'll explain why that is in a second. You can probably already guess, but I don't want to give it away just yet. So right now we're just gathering stuff. So, it's an action RPG. You run around, you kill things, you run around, you find secret chests, stuff like that. You're rewarded for exploring, which is always awesome. There's upgrades, there's levels, a lot of things like that, and I'll show them as we go forward. Right now, just exploring around. And I wonder if I want to go down that other way. Right now I'm just finding a lot of stuff, which is great, because I can make a new sword soon if I do this. Yeah, we're going down into the hole. Alright, get into the hole. We are a fox, so that's fine. Foxes like holes. I like holes. As you can see by the atmosphere, the music's really good. The game looks great. The levels are huge. They're very big. And what's this?
What I need to craft any weapon, thought Renato. As long as it's a sword.
Yeah, it's a sword. Okay, so we can make a new sword? Oh, please tell me I can make... Oh, I can make a fire sword! I can't make these other ones yet. Shoot, I'm making a fire sword. Sweet, do it. Yeah, okay, so... When you first start the game, you just have a sword, eventually get a hook, and then eventually you get the ability to just have powers on your swords. And I got two swords. I got a sword that can heal me. I got a sword that can set enemies on fire. That's awesome! Oh, just to show the other ones, I don't think you get to know what they are until you... Yeah, you have to collect and know what they do. Okay. But I now have a fire sword. And you can switch them on the fly. I'm using 360 controller. With the D-pad, you can switch swords. And that's pretty freaking sweet. Can't wait to light things on fire. Okay, so this is the sneaking part. Yep, really, yeah.
Hey, why don't you guys fight in groups? Oh, I know. Because there's no I in team.
Oh god, you get a dash eventually, so that's very useful. You can just get around really quickly. Go ahead and do this. When I find the skill tree, I can show all that. Of course, we're sneaking here. Right. Can't see me through walls, luckily. Ah, there you go. Now, you see this door over here? We need a shadow sword to get through. We don't have that sword, so we can't get through. Any fire walls we can get through now.
Who had built this castle? Did they even know what monstrous weapon lay hidden within their walls? The Skyripper could destroy anything it touched, or so the legend said. As the Transcendent Emperor had fought the lost gods, thousands of thousands had died. But Renato had been through wars. The only merciful war was a short one.
Yeah, breaking things, getting energy.
Renato felt like he was bursting with knowledge. But what kind?
Fortunately, I leveled up earlier, so now I can do things. Okay, so when you start out the game, you only get the first part of the tree. After you progress through the game a bit, as with any game, more tree opens up, so you can do more things. So there's some more things I can do. I can get stamina, movement, HP. Looking over here, so I can do more grab damage, attack reflexes, slow time after a successful attack until the next... Ooh, that'd be great. Over here would be True Sword Fu. Attack enemies at any distance. Auto activates when reaching a certain combo threshold. I can have more dash. I can dash into enemies to do damage to them. Or I could also use my hook. I can... Ooh, I want that.
But you always wanted to do that.
Let's see, what else do I want? Slow-mo would be kind of cool, but Sword Fu would be cool. Slow-mo! We're doing slow-mo. Alright, there we go. You can see how much XP I need for the next level. But we have the ability to slow down time, sort of, and then we have combos and stuff like that, and then dash and the hook. Okay. Show these in combat soon enough. Can I open this with the wrong sword? Okay, good. Wonder if I need the green sword for no reason, but nope, I don't need it. Good. Now I need an ice sword, which I don't have, darn it. Combat, here we go. So let's light these things on fire. They're burning! Sweet. Okay, so all combat for your sword, ouch, is X. And you direct which way you fight with, of course, your control stick. So I'm like, I want to attack this way. Left, right, up, left, left again, right. Now, when an enemy is about to attack, if you attack their sword that way, you will block it. When you block, if you get slow time, then you slow down the time on it, so that's great. Block that guy. Get this guy. I can also throw things, throw him at him. And now he's done. There we go. You can hold X to grab and throw enemies, which is useful.
I was practically sure he'd find something useful in one of these things.
So you can throw enemies at each other, or you can also throw them off buildings, which is great. Another thing you can do is also you can hook, which I'll show next battle. You can hook enemies into each other, which is awesome. And as I believe I unlocked, I can now hook shields away from shield enemies, which is also awesome. the more you play this game, the more enemies you get, and just the more things you add to your arsenal. So the game gets more complex as you go through it, so there's more depth to it, which is always something you want from a game like this. You want a game to get more and more to it as you go further, and it does happen, which is great. Some games don't do that, which does hurt it. Oh, this is new. Breathing on the Skyripper is shrouded in a thick fog. The most believable tale is that this transcendent emperor has used the Skyripper to banish Iblis. Then the T. Oh my god, this is a bit of reading. Read that on my own later. Okay, let's go over here. So there's some lore for you. Last story I went through did not have lore in it. Keep going here. Darn, no fire doors anywhere? Darn. Alright, open up. Well, so we can switch to this and heal ourselves.
Sharp? Check. Pointy? Check. Flexible? Check. What else do you need in a sword?
Now, you don't want to be in their vision range. If the beholders see you, I'm just calling beholders, they will kill you. Well, they'll hurt you really bad, so essentially kill you. Oh, I thought I saw a secret. It's just not, there's nothing over there. Okay, going over here. Another one. Killed! Oh, shoot. Whoa, that was close. I'm gonna kill all these, I guess. So they're out of the way. Why did I do that? Oh, wrong button. Can't hook them, though. Oh, you can! Oh, balls! Oh, hey, shut them down. Learned something new just now. Oh, crap, can't do it into them, though. Okay. Go around and go kill that one. There we go. Alright, still learned something new just now. I get through here? Nope, nothing here. Okay. So we're moving on. Oh, more enemies. Sweet. I can throw this guy. Why? Yeah, that's a thing you can do. Grab shield. Grab shield. No, no. Oh, yeah, I did grab shield. Good. Get over here. Ah, crap. Burn everything. And I used all my fire. Oh, crap. Oh, darn it. I'm getting wrecked. Whoop. Grab and throw. Grab and throw. Get over here. There we go. By the way, they make that reference in the game. Whoop. What I like is there are a lot of lines that the narrator says as you're combating, which is great. So you can throw these guys into a shaft and take them out. Which is awesome. The hard one is hooking one enemy into another. That is kind of not easy to do, because you have to get it past one of them to get to the other one. But it's a thing you can do. Interesting. I'm assuming there's a secret over here.
Firewalls only let you through if they think you're hot enough.
Haha, luckily I am. Oh yeah. I like it when you whip out your sword and you just drag it on the ground. It just looks cool. Grab enemy, throw, kill, grab, throw, there you go. So the game can feel pretty simple in the combat a little bit, but when there's more enemies, it does get pretty mixed up. There's another enemy I've run into. I've only run into 3 so far, but I would assume there's more. Because these shield guys came up near the end of the last story I did. Oh crap! Ah, no, I got hit. So I'm assuming that they just add more to them as you go through the story. Is my assumption. Because, oh, I'm almost dead. Whoa. I'm getting wrecked here. I gotta be very careful here. Good. I don't have enough stamina. That's my problem. Grab, throw. There we go. Kill these two and then pull this guy's shield. Woo!
Is that your shield?
Done! Woo! Right down the guy. I want to heal, though. I don't have enough to heal. I got a chest, though. That's good. So... Oh, hey. Ooh! I got a gem! Sweet. So I've been talking about it without actually saying it.
His mistake before. Trusting his old friend Lapino, who had been through so many battles with him and shed so many heartaches, who he'd rescued so many times. What was up with that guy anyway?
Okay, so I'm going to explain the story right now. So, this game is Groundhog's Day. That's the big twist that makes me so hyped for this game. Also, what was that? Like, that was word cutting, but... You do this game, there's 24 stories in the game. There's 24 possible just directions you can go with your choices. And at the end of them, you learn, hopefully, a truth in the game. And you need to learn 4 truths in the game to unlock everything to get to the final battle of this whole game. But what's awesome is you're going through similar. You can go through the same levels again and again if you want, as you're unlocking more stuff. Because like when you finish a story, you keep all your stuff and you go back again. So it's Groundhog's Day, but you get to keep your stuff. So I guess more like Majora's Mask then. Let's get to combo. There we go. Well, you had like 3 days for this one, and you have the story, and you go back and you have different choices for the same story. I guess it would be more Groundhog's Day. There, we got the thing.
There it was. Skyripper's Armature. The stuff that dreams are made of. Engineers' dreams, anyway.
The device was intricate. No one alive had the skill to make a thing like it. How was it part of a weapon at all? He'd have to ask a scientist, but first, he'd get the second piece. Skyripper had a heart, a core that had come to rest on the next island. Well, there was another island he could reach. Zenobia had just invaded it with her father's Raven battalions. She must be encamped there still. But fighting Zenobia now, that made no sense at all. He'd already sacrificed one friend to get this armature, was it? He didn't need to hurry to face her. She would find him.
So these are the new choices I am given. Okay. So... Oh, that's funny. Triangle prompt. I'm not using a PlayStation controller. I'm using a 360. This is the first time I've ever seen that, where it's a triangle instead of a Y. Very curious to see that bug happen. But okay, so these are my choices. And these are different choices. These are new. So what happens is, it's Groundhog's Day. I went through the Lupino route at the beginning, and I did some things, I made my choices, and then in the end something happened, and I come back to the start. But your character remembers some things about that, so he has suspicions about Lupino. First time he didn't have any suspicions, now he does. So he has some dialogue affected by that. And that's what's huge about this game to me, is just seeing how dialogue is affected by things you've done and things that haven't happened yet, but you know about. So that's why there's just Lupino dialogue. Now, we have run into Zenobia, but we haven't done more about the Skyripper, and I'm curious about the Skyripper some more, so I'm going to do that. But that is the thing about it, is you just keep going back to the start, you keep your stuff, you're able to upgrade more, you level up more, and you just see more of the story unfold. You're one guy seeing every angle he can from his direction by just going all these different routes. So let's continue the Skyripper.
It was a no-brainer. He'd sacrificed his old friend Lupino to get the armature. And the armature was useless by itself, only a series of coils and wheels. War demanded sacrifices, and he would make more before the end. He would have to choose the greatest good, no matter how much it cost him. Zenobia. Well, he would see her sooner or later, across a battlefield or a sword's point before all this was over. He was sure of that. The power was in the core. Obviously, he had to get the core.
In case it wasn't explained, Zenobia is the daughter of the Emperor that's, gone evil. Yeah. He's his greatest general. And Renardo, he's got a thing for her. They're old friends.
Doubt sunk in before he was even out of sight of the Farfarer. Why had he chosen the Skyripper? It was the sort of path he'd always avoided. The path of responsibility, of seriousness. Had he grown up? He didn't feel grown up. He'd made this decision from his gut, like he always did. Somehow, he'd impulsively decided to stop being impulsive. Did that make any sense?
The thing is, I'm noticing a little bit of conflict between the dialogue of things that your character should know and things your character doesn't know. It's a little bit weird. Yes, I gotta heal my character, shoot. Yeah, you don't heal between chapters. And it's a bit weird, and it feels like it's almost right, but it does fall apart a little bit, which is unfortunate. Still having fun with it, but it does break immersion a little bit, unfortunately. As far as the combat goes, I think it's pretty, it's not bad. It's more than passable. It's fun. It can be a little, what's the right word here? Not as polished as it could be, but it's pretty good. Now, where the hell did I go? What I like is that there are bits of exploration in these levels. And I'm just curious where the hell I just went. Like, there's teleporters, there's platforms, there's a lot of places you can go on these semi-linear areas.
Sour in the air. like the earth had ruptured over something that had been fermenting for a very long time.
Okay. One thing I'm concerned about is just the white flashes all over the dang place. They feel unnecessary. It's kind of cool at first, but then just unnecessary. And with friends that get seizures, it's unfortunate they can't play this game because of that. Because it will F them up. Get more chests. Who doesn't like chests?
This chest contained a Vorpal sword. I'm just kidding. Vorpal swords don't exist.
That's too bad. With a Snicker snack, we could just wreck everything. The Vorpal blade is an OP blade from a different story. Gotta heal a little bit more. There we go. Yeah, there's the other enemy. Fire enemy. Now that thing can cause some trouble if you're not careful. Like so. Here comes and definitely. That explosion will wreck you good, but it does also hurt enemies if they get caught in the fire. They can also be very useful. Like right here, I'm gonna stay in the group here, and it just killed that. Oh, it almost killed him. Hurt him really bad. Oh, geez, I'm hurt. I need to be careful. Grab through. Whoop. Grab through. There you go. Oh, I got hit. Luckily, I'm not dead, but I'm really beat up. Dunzo! Woo! There we go. It took him out.
There were fewer and fewer trees. There were only these huge crystalline growths. Had those been here before? He no longer heard birds except for the feverish cawing of the ravens when they attacked. He couldn't smell the small animals of the forest, the mice and rabbits. Where had they gone? And he was getting hungry too. This was an unhealthy place to be.
Can't learn anything yet. Why am I even there? Alright, time to go. Now the checkpoint system's a bit curious. I'm probably gonna get killed so we get to see where I checkpoint. I would assume it's after the portal though. Alright, shield guy this time. So shield guy but no fire guy. So I'm wondering if they're holding back on that. Oh, I'm not dead. Well, if they're just purposely not having you deal with both of those at the same time. And potentially yes, and maybe later on you will deal with both. I would hope so. Just to make it more complicated. You want it to be more complicated, because right now combat's just not so hard to deal with. Red. Go! Yep, screwed up.
Oh, should have faked left and then gone left, he thought. And then he never thought again.
Yeah, there's a lot of death lines. I've heard about 10 so far. Just admit how many times I've died in this game. Heal up! Alright, here we go. We're gonna do it right this time. I screwed up. I was too... Oh, god dang it! You have to think a little bit ahead when you combat because you will get caught. But if you play really smart, you're fine. I'm not playing very smart right now. Holy crap. There you go. Killed that guy by throwing a bird at him. I like the design of the birds. They're very menacing looking. It's just kind of crazy that these birds are huge, by the way. You ever think of just ravens as these big-ass bulking creatures? Not me. So it's interesting just changing design there. Kill these guys. Ah, he got up. Shoot. Growing's really useful though. Woo! I do like the music when it swells up as you're in combat. It's very nice. Very good touch there. Whoever did the music did a very good job in that. Oh, there it is.
The 20-sided core made him feel physically sick. Once he had sneaked into a temple of the dark arts and he hadn't liked what he smelt and saw there. This felt like that. As quick as he could, he wrangled the icosahedron into the armature. The wheels began to spin, then glow. The sick feeling quickly spun away. Now he only felt sad. He had lost good friends for this war apparatus. Maybe Lapino wasn't such a good friend. Yeah, that made him feel better. He carried his prize back to the Farfarer. Now he had to make his next move. There was a key Imperial outpost on the Nexus. If this really was some sort of super weapon, he could use it to wreak havoc on the enemy. And if it wasn't, well, better to know that before the final battle. But maybe he should show it to some scientists first. There was an observatory on the Nexus. Maybe he should go there before he fired it.
So do we want to be safe or get crazy? Need the field testing. Would it work at the crew? I want the scientists. I would surely give it. No, let's go and do scientists then.
Well, of course.
If you've just assembled a weapon out of legend that can exile gods from the world, you'd want to have a scientist or two look at it. And even if they disagreed and he had time, he could ask Calaveras himself. Yes, the Observatory would be his objective.
Cautious Fox.
Why had the parts of the Skyripper only surfaced now? Thousands of years after the Transcendent Emperor had dismantled it. The mad Emperor Isengrim had performed terrible, bloodthirsty rituals to invoke the lost gods. Was that why these ancient artifacts were rising out of the ground? How perfect, then, that the Skyripper would reappear to be his destruction.
There we go, more combat. Still, current objective, oh crap. Still not seeing fire and shield at the same time, which makes me curious. I'm wondering if that's going to happen or not, and if there's any other enemies. Only run into 3 different enemies so far. Only played, about one story through. We're halfway through another story.
There was an inscription on the platform. Balaleka lessons, with an address.
Nice. Keep going here. So I'm just really curious if there's more. Heal up a little bit. One would hope there's more enemies. I'm really hoping there's more enemies. Like, we haven't run into, like, an archer or anything, so I'm curious about that. Did I go the wrong way, or was this just a bonus area? Guess it was just a bonus area? Nope, there's someone else around here. I might be blind. Oh, there it is. Whoop, whoop. There we go. Don't have the sword for this.
Bernardo had been the terror of the sandcastles when he was 2.
Never heard that one. That's funny. Just because all the destruction were reeking. That's great. Oh, crap. Yeah, still no shield. Huh. Switch to fire. I'm assuming I do more damage with fire. Block that guy. Froze time a little bit. Dash! Woo! The one thing is you cannot interrupt as well as you think you can in this game. Like, you will get caught. That is a cool looking slow-mo! That is when the combat looks really nice. When you're doing stuff like that, that was great looking. Woo! I really like that.
Powers, ready to blossom. A legendary weapon was exactly what the rebellion needed. They were outnumbered. The once kind emperor had become a tyrant. But his ravens stayed loyal, for he fed them his victims, and the other animals were too frightened to rebel. Renato shuddered at what the emperor was trying to do. To bring back the lost gods, the Black Harvest, the Black Sun. No. He would stop that toad, no matter what the risk.
Now, where are we? So we can go over here. Go over here. I gotta see what's over here. Ah, a chest. Of course there is. Exploration rewarded.
In this chest, there were woodcuts of amazingly beautiful vixens wearing no clothes at all. And something more useful.
Wow. I'm noticing a lot, like I've never heard these lines. I've been playing for a while, so there's a lot of lines to enjoy in this game. I really appreciate that. I have found the writing very enjoyable with this game. I have obviously highly recommended. I'm enjoying it a lot. $15 game. Just came out as of today, and there's so much replay value to it. After you finish this level, I'll just show you that as a visual.
Renato had found his game changer. He would ignore all distractions and focus on the Skyripper.
And you get the game just hammering into your head that you're supposed to ignore everything else. What do you say?
Hey, a workbench! He could try out his new bling.
Oh yeah! Hey, yeah, we can try out this gem we got. Sweet. Can finally wear a gem. Critical chance, sweet. Gems don't seem to happen often enough, though, for that. Let's see here. So I can now make me a ice... Ooh, yes, upgrade. I can now freeze enemies. Sweet. That ignites all surrounding enemies. Freeze all surrounding enemies. Nice. Oh, that is awesome. Okay, I just need more ores. Okay. Don't really need the heal right now. Ah! Activate. Oh, hey. Oh, hey, that's cool. Never seen that before. So we can put up shields so we don't get blown to hell. Oh, crap. Whoa. This is new. This is different. Every time, this game just surprises me with something else. I really appreciate that. That's what you want. You want a game to keep surprising you. And it's definitely surprising me right now. Did not see any of this coming. Get the hell out of here. There we go. Stay on the boat. New enemy, new enemy!
Boy, some people were just liable to explode if you upset them.
Uh-oh. Watch out for explosive ravens. When hit or thrown, they will explode after using G. Sweet! No, 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 run away, run away. Stay over here. Kind of messed up. I wanted to throw him, but I got caught. Down he goes. So it looks like they want to do regulars plus the specials, but not at the same time. At least that's what it looks like to me. Because we have not seen two specials at the same time. So, oh crap, I got caught. Did not cancel when I thought I would. So there's that. Noticing that for sure. Oh, exploding guys. Like two different specials at the same time.
Beat Renato at hot potato.
Hot potato. Nice. Beat up, gotta heal. There we go. Whoops, wrong side. Going this way. So in the first story I played, we learned that Lupino is not the nicest person, that our buddy's actually a bad guy. And we learned that in that, so sorry for spoiling that one, but we learned that from the story I ran through. I'm wondering if you could not learn that if you go through the story a different way on the Lupino direction, the Lupino branch. I'm very curious about that. Like, can you take a different branch and not lead up to that, or will it always lead to that? That's something I'm curious about, since there are 5 stories to the Lupino branch. Interact?
Renato was thrilled. The scientists seemed to think he'd put the Skyripper together right. But one toad was worried.
Yeah, Skyripper could tear a hole in existence itself. There are invisible strings that tie the universe together. If Skyripper cut one, the hole would widen and widen till our whole existence fell into it.
Another toad sighed. Irving still believes in string theory.
At least go see Calaveras.
Yeah, said the worried toad.
He knows more than anyone else has forgotten about the Transcendent Emperor.
If anyone could tell him how to use this weapon safely, it would be Calaveras. It was he who had told Renato how to find it in the first place. But maybe he had to give up on using it as a weapon. Maybe he had to go to the secret rebel base and ask the generals there what he could do with a weapon that he dared not use.
So those are our choices. Obviously I would go with the High Sage. Now, we can go over here so I can show this. So here it is, just to illustrate. We did the Lupino tree and we ended up here. And we got the Lupino unlocked. Lupino's a traitor. That's the truth we learned. I'm assuming we're going to learn the truth about this weapon right here, which unlocks the next step to the final thing. Then there's 2 more truths to learn. And there's these stories to go through it. 24 stories to learn all the truths. Different routes, and who knows what you can deal with as you go through all these routes. What different secrets you can find, I do not know. That is what I am curious about. If I went through Lupino's story again, I just made different choices, what would happen? There's 5 different stories for you there. You can see for this route, there's apparently 7 on this route, apparently. Wow. So there's a lot to do with this game. There's a lot of replay value. $15 game, 24 stories to go through, takes about an hour per story, maybe less, especially if you get better, but then it looks like there are more enemies to deal with, which is awesome. So there's just more complex to deal with. I'm assuming that once you get, of course, the 4 stories and you can do the end, and then the rest of it's just grinding out the other ones just to see what happens out of curiosity. Or maybe there's more to it after you've done all this. Maybe knowing all the truths affects what you think during all this, but you still have to do the same things. I'm not sure. I'm really curious about this. But I think I've shown you enough of this game. I'm going to play some more right now. I want to get through this story. I want to see a bunch of the stories. I am very interested in this game. So there you go. That right there is the one-shot. Again, I recommend this game. Very fun. This is Stories, The Path of Destinies. That is the game for now. So that right there is the game. I had fun, hope fun watching. And that's what it's all about, isn't it? Having fun. Thanks for coming by, and see you next time.